Now, we've put aside all the good things, because I don't. But people come to talk back and they saying that, oh, the Merc have hope, blah 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 blah. All you do is bash, 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 and you don't find anything good. Look, I'm a free for all, laissez-faire guy. I give everything a fair shake. Fact of the matter is, if I saw this picture, because I knew that talkbackers wanted to hear what the Merc had to say about it, because I've preached a lot about how this should never have even been made. So I felt like, it was my duty to see this picture. I didn't see it in the cinema. I didn't pay for it. Okay, so I'm admitting I didn't pay for this movie. Okay, but I saw it somehow. I don't need to tell you how I saw it, but I saw it. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the deal, the real deal. I've put aside all this stuff. I've given it those credits that I have already. Now, guys, this film should not have been made. Alan Moore was 100% right. Like, I've now seen this thing. It shouldn't have been done. Okay, point blank. If you had not read this comic and you walk into the cinema and you watch this thing, I shudder at how you could possibly have much of an idea of what the hell is going on. Because I was watching this movie, and a lot of the stuff only made sense to me because my brain was filling in gaps based on what I'd already read. Because literally, they were just picking bits and pieces and bits and pieces and bits and pieces. So if you hadn't read it and you're watching this thing, it's not like it's not a film. It didn't have any real narrative thread to it, because they had to cram so much stuff. And it was true what guys were saying, that yes, they referenced pretty much everything. But that's not a movie. Like, if you just reference pieces of like 1,000,001 things and just jam it into 2 hours, 45 minutes, how does that make a movie? Like, I'm watching this thing and you're just jumping from bit to bit. So what happens is that you get excellent scenes like the Dr. Manhattan sequences, but then you just jump back into some by the numbers, straightforward, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. It doesn't make any sense, And I cannot see how anybody who isn't a fan of this comic and is just a general layman on the street is going to walk into this movie and not be bored. Because I felt like, listen, as a film, this is actually a very boring movie. Actually, an extremely boring movie. As a movie, so I'm just watching this because, like, I've read the thing and I have to do this review. But really, if I was just a guy off the street, almost 3 hours of this stuff, it has no, like, drive, no character connection. You wouldn't care about anybody except maybe Rorschach, and he wasn't even in it that much, and they didn't focus on him that much. So even the only guy you could have any empathy for, the only interesting character was Dr. Manhattan, but you're not even supposed to care about him because he is like a soulless being, And it was just like, that's like the way you have to describe it. It's like the movie didn't really have any soul. It was like somebody took a photocopying machine, photocopied the comic, and just put it on the screen. That's actually what it felt like. And the thing is that they didn't put everything on the screen. They just picked out some sections of the comic and put it on the screen. Therein lies the intrinsic issue. Snides. Did he you can be a fan. And the thing is, after you see this movie, you have to say Snides is a fan of this comic. He has to be. Because it was so meticulously detailed as far as the representation. It was so accurate to the comic that this guy, even if you're not a fan, you have to have read that thing 1,000,000 times, focus on everything, because this thing was some of the stuff was so accurate, like even down to the exact dialogue lines. But the point is, does that make a good movie? That's the key, and that's what we've been saying from the beginning. You can copy something, but if you do not understand why the comic was good and what the comic was actually trying to achieve, you will always miss the mark. And that's exactly what happened with the movie. Because you watch this movie, I'm like, what is this thing trying to say? What is it trying to do? Like, there you go. Now going by character, I've already said who the good guys were. You got Silk Spectre. I'm sorry, can't act. Okay, I've already talked about this before. My Ackerman thing, I don't understand. I'm like, guys, people who've seen this movie and said, oh, it was okay. She can't act. It's just as simple. Put any decent actress in that same role. The whole movie just goes up a couple of levels. Even though the movie wasn't good in itself, it goes up a couple of levels. Because every scene that she was in, I had no feeling, no caring. I didn't care about what she thought, what she was doing. It's like facial expressions, nil, no drive, no. I was like, honestly, guys, just be honest with yourselves on that one. All right? Night Owl, like I've said, solid performance. Nothing. I'm not going to say anything bad about it. The issue is the casting. I felt like he's just the wrong guy to be playing the role, because in the comic, this guy is supposed to be extremely overweight, flabby. The suit is all wrong because the guy looked like Batman in the movie. And now I've seen the movie. This guy looked better than Batman. This guy looked more high-tech than The Dark Knight. I do not care what anybody tells me. That scene when the guy was going out and his cape was flowing and they went into, I'm like, this guy looks amazing. So now I've seen the thing. Nobody can come up to me and say, oh, you haven't seen it yet, blah, blah. I've seen this damn movie. This guy looks damn high tech. In fact, all of these guys look high tech. Okay? Doesn't make any sense. They're going in there. These guys, they keep calling them superheroes. They're not supposed to be superheroes. That's even in the movie, it's like a contradiction. Because in the movie, they say the official first superhero is Dr. Manhattan. So if he's the first superhero and they're calling him the first Superman, then why are they calling all these other guys superheroes? They're not superheroes. They're supposed to be regular guys. So when I'm seeing guys breaking limbs, flying, jumping over from buildings, scaling things, these guys are doing kicks, guys are flipping around. I'm like, these are not normal people. Could somebody explain to me how the hell these guys are doing kung fu, like martial arts matrix? It doesn't make any sense. And that's what I'm trying to say. You have to understand the comic. The fundamentals of Watchmen is that these are normal guys. That's like that's like 50% of the essence of the thing. Normal guys. That's the reason why Dr. Manhattan is such a contradiction to all of them and such a juxtaposition to the whole thing, is that he's the first super-powered member. These guys are normal guys. So when you're seeing guys doing the most incredible... Comedian was punching through walls. Literally. This guy's head was hitting things. They were breaking. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? And people just accept that, oh, it's just a movie. Guys, listen. If you understand what Watchmen was about, the comic, that's actually a fundamental flaw. That the fact is, these guys should be like the guys you'll see on the streets. Regular guys who are doing irregular stuff. And people are wondering, why the hell would a normal guy running around fighting crime? That was the point. Put that to the side. Okay? So we just dealt with that. That in the movie was ridiculous. Then you have the ridiculous slow motion. People were telling me, oh, watch the film, it's not going to be... Guys, there was too much slow motion in the movie. There was too much slow motion in the movie. Even when they're punching guys, there was in slow-mo. This guy punched the comedian, they did it in slow motion. Why the hell is that in slow-mo? Throwing rings was it was unnecessary. Even in the good scenes, like Dr. Manhattan said, there was some slow-mo in those scenes. I'm like, this stuff is good anyway. Why is it in slow motion? Ridiculous. So now I've seen this thing, I'm like, it actually harmed the film. The stuff that could have actually been okay was actually harmed by the fact that it was in slow motion. Oh, guys. Anyway, all right. Put that in the locker there. Then what else do we have? Let's see. Oh, of course.